How solitude makes you stronger. Solitude is one of the most underrated and misunderstood experiences in life. Many people equate being alone with loneliness, failure, or weakness, but in reality, solitude is a quiet sanctuary where true strength is cultivated. When you remove yourself from the constant demands, noise, and distractions of the outside world, be it social expectations, obligations, or the endless opinions of others, you allow yourself to reconnect with your inner self. In these moments of quiet, your mind begins to notice patterns that often go unnoticed in the chaos of daily life. You observe your thoughts rise and fall, your emotions swell and recede, and you start understanding the true source of your fears, your desires, and your habitual reactions. Solitude gives you the gift of clarity. Without the external chatter, you can finally see yourself and your life as they are, not as the world expects you to present them. Beyond self-awareness, solitude fosters patience. When there is no one to rush you, no external pressures to perform, and no immediate reactions demanded, you learn to move at your own pace. This slow, deliberate pace cultivates resilience because it teaches you that not every moment requires action, not every stimulus demands a response. You become aware of the difference between urgency and importance, between noise and meaningful signals. Emotional resilience grows naturally in this silence because you face your feelings head-on, without escape. Sadness, boredom, or discomfort no longer overwhelm you. They become temporary states you can observe, understand, and move through with calmness and clarity. Solitude also strengthens self-reliance. When you spend time alone, you begin to rely less on external validation and more on the guidance of your own mind and heart. Decisions are made based on your values and insight, not on the expectations of others. You learn to trust yourself, to find your own answers, and to act with intention. This self-trust transforms into confidence that is quiet but unshakable. It is a confidence that does not need to announce itself to the world because it is rooted deeply in understanding and experience. Another profound effect of solitude is the cultivation of creativity and imagination. In the absence of distraction, your mind has space to wander, to connect ideas in unusual ways, and to dream freely. Some of the greatest insights, inventions, and works of art have been born in moments of quiet contemplation. Solitude allows you to listen to your own voice, the subtle, guiding voice of intuition that often gets drowned out in noise. You learn to appreciate subtlety, to notice small details, and to find beauty and meaning in simplicity. Importantly, solitude teaches you that your peace is your power. While others expend energy reacting to trivialities, chasing recognition, or performing for approval, the person who embraces solitude conserves their energy for what truly matters. They develop emotional boundaries naturally, not out of fear, but out of respect for themselves. Their calm becomes a shield, an invisible armor against unnecessary stress, chaos, and drama. Life's storms may rage around them, but internally, they remain anchored, thoughtful, and steady. Over time, the benefits of solitude compound. It strengthens patience, clarity, and emotional intelligence. It nurtures a sense of purpose that is independent of external validation. It allows you to cultivate meaningful relationships because you enter interactions from a place of calmness and self-awareness rather than neediness or reactivity. It equips you to navigate challenges with clarity and poise, to take calculated risks rather than impulsive ones, and to move through life with quiet confidence that others cannot easily disrupt. In essence, solitude is not emptiness, it is preparation. It is not loneliness, it is mastery. It is not weakness, it is the invisible force that allows a person to be resilient, reflective, and unshakable. True strength is rarely loud. It grows silently, deliberately, and invisibly. Those who embrace solitude understand that the world's chaos may attempt to pull them off balance, but their inner calm remains untouchable. Solitude teaches you to value your time, your energy, and your presence, showing that power is not about volume or speed. It is about steadiness, clarity, and alignment with one's inner self. Ultimately, as solitude settles deeper into your life, it begins to refine you in ways that are not immediately visible. You start noticing how your reactions soften, how your need to control outcomes fades, and how acceptance quietly replaces resistance. Instead of constantly trying to shape life, you learn to meet it as it is. This shift does not make you passive. It makes you grounded. You become aware that strength does not always come from effort, but often from allowing things to unfold without interference. Solitude sharpens your ability to listen, not just to others, but to life itself. You notice subtle cues, quiet warnings, and gentle confirmations that once went unheard. Your intuition grows clearer because it is no longer competing with noise. Decisions feel less chaotic and more aligned, as if they emerge naturally rather than being forced. With this presence comes emotional balance. You no longer feel pulled to extremes, nor do you define moments as purely good or bad experiences become teachers rather than verdicts. You develop the capacity to hold opposing emotions without confusion, to feel disappointment without bitterness, hope without attachment, and joy without fear of loss. This emotional steadiness becomes one of your greatest inner strengths. Solitude also reshapes how you relate to uncertainty. Instead of seeing the unknown as a threat, you begin to view it as open space. You accept that not everything needs immediate answers. As your internal world becomes more stable, comparison loses its grip. You stop measuring your progress against others because your journey feels personal and self-contained. You recognize that everyone moves through life at a different rhythm, and forcing yourself into someone else's pace only creates friction. This realization frees you from unnecessary pressure and allows you to honor your own timing. Solitude also strengthens your sense of responsibility, not to expectations, but to authenticity. You become more honest with yourself about what drains you and what restores you. You no longer ignore subtle exhaustion or dismiss inner resistance. Instead, you respond with adjustment rather than self-criticism. This self-awareness prevents burnout and cultivates long-term resilience. In moments of solitude, you also confront your limitations without judgment. You see where your patience ends, where your fears surface, and where your habits no longer serve you. Rather than feeling defeated by these observations, you approach them with curiosity. Growth becomes a process of refinement, not reinvention. Small, consistent shifts replace dramatic change. Another quiet transformation occurs in how you perceive control. You begin to release the illusion that everything must be managed. You learn to focus on what is within your influence and gently let go of what is not. This release reduces inner tension and restores mental clarity. Life feels less like a battle and more like a dialogue. Over time, solitude teaches you how to conserve your energy. You stop engaging in unnecessary arguments, explanations, and emotional labor. Your silence becomes intentional, not avoidant. You understand that some things resolve themselves without intervention, and others reveal their truth through patience. This selective engagement preserves your inner stability. Solitude also deepens your appreciation for simplicity. You find contentment in ordinary moments, unremarkable routines, quiet mornings, unstructured time. These moments ground you, reminding you that fulfillment is often found in presence rather than pursuit. This simplicity anchors you when life becomes demanding. Gradually, a quiet confidence emerges. It is not loud, assertive, or performative. It is calm, observant, and steady. You trust yourself not because you have all the answers, but because you know how to remain centered when answers are absent. This confidence allows you to face challenges without panic and opportunities without arrogance. Ultimately, solitude becomes a teacher that asks nothing and offers everything. It does not rush you, impress you, or compete for your attention. It simply reveals who you are beneath expectations, reactions, and noise. In this space, strength is not built through force, but through understanding. And this understanding stays with you, steady, quiet, and enduring, guiding you forward with clarity and inner balance. The more you practice being alone with yourself, the stronger you become. You gain the courage to face life without dependence on others' approval. You gain the wisdom to act deliberately rather than react impulsively. You gain the calm confidence that allows you to navigate life's challenges with grace. Is the soil in which the roots of self-mastery, resilience, and quiet power grow deep and enduring, preparing you to thrive not just for a moment, but for a lifetime.